Hello, Dan Richardson here again at the Chapel of the North Hills. We're continuing to ramp up our thoughts to Thanksgiving. Today, let me read to you an account of the feeding of the 4,000. That's kind of appropriate for Thanksgiving, don't you think? A large crowd, a lot of people hungry, and a big meal. So here is the account from Mark, the 8th chapter. In those days, there was again a large crowd, and they had nothing to eat. So he called the disciples and said to them, I have compassion on the crowd because they have stayed with me these 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them home hungry, they will collapse on the way, and some of them have come a long distance. His disciples answered him, Where can we get enough bread here in this desolate place to feed these people? How many loaves do you have? He asked. 7, they said. And so he commanded the crowd to sit on the ground. Taking the 7 loaves, he gave thanks, broke them, and gave them to his disciples to set before the people. So they served them to the crowd. They also had a few small fish, and after he had blessed them, he said these were to be served as well. And so they ate and were satisfied. Then they collected 7 large baskets of leftover pieces. About 4,000 were there, and he dismissed them. Immediately he got into the boat with his disciples and went to the district of Dalmanutha. So, a great example here of giving thanks for our food. Very common prayer that we pray is to thank God for the food that we eat, and it's certainly an appropriate thing to do. But let's look a little deeper and see that we should also give thanks for the time that we get to spend with Jesus. You notice that everyone here that got dinner was sitting down. There was no fast food line. There was no drive-through. Everyone had to sit down before they got served. So they had to spend time with Jesus. That's a blessing. So thank God for the time that he wants to spend with us and that we get to spend with him. Also, Jesus gave food to the disciples. The disciples gave the food to the crowd. So, if you're a disciple of Jesus, thank God for the opportunity to serve others, to be part of the team that works with Jesus. That is certainly something to be thankful for. Be thankful for the ministry that he has called you to so that you can be part of Jesus' plan to bless the crowd. Of all these things, we give Jesus total thanksgiving. So be blessed.